Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and this is our podcast number 123. It's Thursday the 20th of February 2025. We're just over a week away from the end of the month. That's just crazy, guys. So thank you for joining us today. I'm so happy that we're together once again. I hope you've all had a fabulous week. It's gone by so very quickly as always. Now, I've been at work, but I have had some time to crochet. I always make sure that at the beginning of my day and the end of my day, I get some in, because it is our time where we get to relax. Our form of meditation, as we all know, that's what it is. So for now, I am so excited to bring you all of your makes. I have so many gorgeous things to showcase today. I'm so very excited. I'm sure there'll be a lot of oohing and ahhing out there. And I have actually added something, at least one thing to my crochet to-do list already. So let's get started, guys. So our friend Laura, she sent in these beautiful little crocheted octopi, I think that's the right word, and some beanies that she has crocheted for the NICU unit at a local hospital, which our friend Lisa at Happy to Hook Creations is going to send all the donations to. So she's collecting them all from everyone. And I have to say that, Laura, I absolutely love all the colors that you've chosen. You know, there's a lot of purple in there, so of course I'm loving it all. So thank you for sending them in. Now, our friend Alley Cat, she has crocheted many items for donations. And in there you'll see some divine hats. You know, they're one of my absolute favorites. I think there's about 3 in there. And the pink ones, tells us Alley Cat, that they have matching scarves or cowls tucked inside them as well. And the multicolored one with the tan band is a slouchy beanie. I'm not a big fan of slouchy beanies, and I believe that Alley Cat isn't either, but that doesn't mean that when you're donating, somebody won't appreciate them. And I have to say that they are all so pretty. So thank you for sending them in to us, Alley Cat. Now, our friend Vicky D, she has been very busy, and there are some awesome makes in here. So let's get started. So this adorable turtle is made out of chenille yarn, I believe. So I'm not sure if it's a blanket yarn or like a velvet yarn, but it looks so beautiful. The pattern is by Ella at No Catchy Name. I really want to make one of those. And this is a sweet little kitty, and I think it's made out of the same yarn, so it's either blanket or velvet yarn. And I have to say, I absolutely love his green eyes. Now, our Vicky continued to crochet, and this is a beanie that I think it is just so pretty. And it looks like Vicky has held 2 strands of yarn together, and I do believe that Vicky made up this pattern. And then we have another beautiful beanie. And Vicky, could you please share this pattern with us? I'm intrigued by it, and I have to say that I absolutely love your color choice. Oh my goodness. Now, how adorable is this doll's bucket hat? It is cuteness overload, guys. I absolutely love it, and I really think Dana would love one of those in her wardrobe. And the last beanie is very pretty. And Vicky, I have to ask you, did you color change for every row? Now, if you did, now that's effort. Otherwise, that striping yarn is amazing, but the colors are gorgeous. Now, this is Madison, tells us Vicky. She is wearing a dress by Bag O' Day called Pansy Paradise. I just love all those pinks, especially the hot pinks. And Vicky said that she made up the headband. And now Madison is showing off her new poncho. It is very pretty in the granny stitch with a shell stitch border. Madison is very stylish, guys, don't you agree? Now wait for this. Now here is Cindy in her new outfit. The top and skirt are by All My Crochet, and the beret is made up by Vicky. And I hope you can all see the sparkle in the grey yarn in Cindy's little skirt. Absolutely gorgeous. And here is another poncho that Vicky crocheted. And all I can say is this, guys, when I grow up, I hope that my wardrobe is just as stylish as all of the clothes that are in Vicky's Dolls Clothes wardrobes. I absolutely love them. So thank you, Vicky, for sending in all of your wonderful makes to us. Now, our friend Josephine has been very busy as well, and she says she's finished her Tile of the Week blanket or throw. I absolutely love it. Now, I have to say, Josephine, your decision to use your Ophelia pack, your yarn pack with all those beautiful colors in it, is just perfect. I just love them all. I've said it from the very, very start when you made the very, very first tile using them. And your border for your throw with the cross double crochet, I believe is in there, is absolutely perfect for it. So thank you for sharing that with us. And then Josephine continued to crochet this gorgeous scarf using Ross's free pattern, the Coco scarf. The yarn you use, Josephine, is just beautiful, and the blues and greys look just so beautiful together. And then last but not least, I think it is from our friend Josephine. Oh my goodness, I say here, look at this stunning chevron top from Sirin's crochet tutorial. It looks just so delicate, doesn't it, guys? Absolutely stunning. And did you all notice the very pretty little butterfly stitch marker on there? If not, pause and zoom in. It is so, so pretty. So thank you, Josephine, for sharing all your makes with us. Now, our friend Diane, she crocheted the Cherries Beanie by Repeat Crafter Me. This is a very, very new pattern. And Diane used the Hobby Lobby I Love This yarn with a 4.5mm hook. Now, Diane tells us that she wears this beanie with her red parka when she goes out in the cold, and she looks really stylish, I would say. And Diane plans to crochet the same beanie but slightly smaller for her granddaughter. And I have to tell you, Diane, this one is definitely on my crochet to-do list because it was almost Beanie of the Week this week. See, great minds think alike. Now, Diane also did crochet Beanie of the Week for last week, which was the V-Stitch Cluster Stitch Beanie. Diane used a Karen's Cotton Cake in the colour Hydrangea and a 4.5mm hook. Now, Diane did say that she changed the bottom of the ribbing of the hat using front and back post double crochets in US terminology. And I have to say, very pretty colours. Thank you, Diane, for sending in your beanies to us. Now, our friend Kim, she crocheted this very pretty dishcloth. I think it's in single crochets. I'm pretty sure it is. Gorgeous colors, Kim, and you can never have too many dishcloths, right, guys? Now, our friend Kim's daughter Rachel, she crocheted this super cute gingerbread man using DMC cotton yarn. I have to say, I love the big red buttons on him and also his huge happy eyes. So thank you, Rachel, for sharing them with us as well. Now, our friend Aussie Sandy, she has sent in, she tells us that her granddaughter asked her to crochet this adorable clanger. Now, I have never heard of that animal before, and Sandy said the same thing. She did make it from Art Knock yarn, which is 85% acrylic and 15% wool, and just some scraps for the trimming, so from her scrap bin. And Sandy's granddaughter absolutely loves her clanger. He is very cute. I'm wondering, does he look to you like he's half mouse and half elephant? I'm not sure, but he's absolutely adorable. And then Aussie Sandy also made some more another gorgeous resin art for us, and this is a beautiful blue bear sitting on a resin coaster. So Sandy made both of those. They adorned Sandy's shelf, and I have to say the bear looks like it's been chiseled out of like a crystal type stone. It's, or you know, like a blue type stone. It's absolutely gorgeous. So thank you, each and every one of you, for taking the time to send them in for us to ooh and ah over. All your makes are awesome. You know how much we appreciate looking at them. So anyone that has anything you wish to share with us, you know, all you have to do is send me an email and I'll be sure to showcase it, because, you know, I just love seeing what you've been up to. So, Beanie of the Week for this week, guys. Let me show it to you. This just happened to come into my YouTube, you know, homepage, because I was looking at beanies using chunky yarn, because I have had this yarn here in my stash for so long. It is a very chunky one here. Look at that, guys. It's got like a, oh, there's a piece off that I kept for you. So it's got one, like, I think it's like a roving inside the fluffy bit, and then it's got like a strand that's twisted around it. It's got a nice halo on it too. So from afar, you might even think that it's a wool, but I believe it is acrylic, and it is a very soft yarn. I can imagine when it's washed, it's going to be even softer, but it is very soft. And I was gifted 2 big balls of this, but I knew that the balls wouldn't have had too much meterage in it, so I thought a beanie would be great. And I did use an 8mm hook with it. Now, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love this beanie. Look at that, guys. It's called the Starlight Beanie by Annie Caraway Art. And I have never done the star stitch before, and here it is here in this beanie. And let me tell you, Annie has such a beautiful, beautiful tutorial. If you've never ever made the star stitch before, this would be the perfect opportunity because she explains it so well, and I just couldn't believe that I was doing it, because when I saw the photo, I didn't realize there was a star stitch in it. I just thought, oh, well, that looks like a nice texture, you know, meets the criteria using this yarn. And when I had to make a star stitch, I was like, oh, have I done, you know, I've chosen the wrong pattern here, but I've absolutely enjoyed making it, and I will make more in this. It was such a beautiful texture. So any of you that are going to join in this week, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised if you've never done the star stitch before. So there you go, guys. There it is there. I did only make one this week. It is a tiny bit, like a tiny bit too long for me. But if I remember, I'll pop it on in the end, because I do have the aircon in here because it is still very, very warm. So that was Beanie of the Week, the Starlight Beanie. And I will try my best to link it in the description box, the pattern. I have now gone back and done that for every video. So if anyone is wanting to make any of Beanie of the Weeks, they're all in there waiting for you to just click on. So I did make another beanie as well this week, and no surprise to anyone, I made another divine hat. And the reason being, my very dear friend Helen wanted she didn't ask for a beanie, but I knew that she would like one, and her favorite color is red. So I used this beautiful wine color from Spot Saver, which is my favorite 10-ply acrylic yarn to work with. And I did use a 6mm hook and a 5mm hook for the ribbing. So if you've never made if you've never made a divine hat, let me tell you, they are so addictive, and I would be very, very surprised if most of you haven't made at least one. But if you haven't, put it on your crochet to-do list, and I can guarantee now that you'll be making more than one. So now that I've showed you this, I'll be gifting it to Helen tomorrow or on the weekend. I can't wait to give it to her. I did send her a little photo so she knows that it's coming. And then the next thing that I've made, I wanted to make one of these for so very, very long. My daughter-in-law loves her hot water bottle at winter time, and I thought I would make a cover for it. So how awesome is that, guys? I used blanket yarn, and look at that. I've got little matching beads, and it's just a corner to corner, like I did a rectangle shape. So I made 2 of them. So you simply slip it on. Let me see if I can just take it off for you. So it is such a simple and quick design that I think I will be making a lot more of these. Look at that. It's just got a drawstring. You pull it out. Pull out your hot water bottle. And there it is, guys. It's as simple as that. So if you love your hot water bottles, all I did was then just slip stitch around those sides. I didn't even try to taper it in at the top. I just thought it's going to be a simple drawstring situation. But my daughter-in-law did make a little suggestion, so I will be adding this. She said, why don't you have like a little crocheted heart in there, or even like a button or a patch? So I will be definitely doing that. She said it's just, you know, going to personalize them a little bit more, maybe a little butterfly or something. So not all over it, just in a little corner there. So that's it, guys. That's my brand new hot water bottle. See that one there? It's the larger size. I know that you can get smaller hot water bottles. I think I've got one in a pack from ages ago from one of the subscription boxes. So if you have a smaller one, you just make a smaller rectangle or smaller square depending on the size. So that was a very fun make, and I can see myself making more in the future. Absolutely love that one. And so did she. She can't wait to get her hands on that one, which is awesome. Now, some of you may have already seen the little review that I did of the chenille crochet kits the other day. And I had made this little dragon. So here's the kit here. And I made this little guy here. He's made from chenille yarn. I actually have 5 of these kits, but I really wanted to try making them in blanket yarn because I was hoping they'd be a bit bigger. I just thought that they would be, you know, fun to make and also more useful, not just like, you know, a small little toy. So I'm reaching over here. So I did get my little koala one out because I wanted the pattern, and I did use my blanket yarn. So those of you that don't know blanket yarn or aren't familiar, I've never worked with it, I absolutely love blanket yarn, and you'll see I have a lot of makes with it. It's just a polyester, 100% polyester yarn. I do use usually an 8mm hook with it. For the toy, I used a 6.5mm hook for it, and for the hot water bottle cover, I used an 8mm hook with it. So I'm just going to pop the yarn down and show you what I'm up to. So this is all I've done for now. So it is going to end up looking like that. I did actually crochet in the arms, and I think I might have had to go 1 stitch across, but you know, he still looks okay. I'm pretty sure that I could have added the head without like continuing with the head, and I might do that next time, but I think he looks very cute. And the only thing you stuff is the head, guys, so he's very, very soft. But he didn't turn out that much bigger, but bigger so that look at that, he's not that much bigger, but I am happier with the size. So all the yarn that's in those boxes won't go to waste, let me tell you. But I'm going to hopefully finish him by next week, and as soon as I do, you'll get to see him. But he is going to be very, very sweet, and I'm sure very much loved by someone. So that was that. And then the Sign AU is a cowl that I have joined in with our friend Judy, a Witch Piece Craft, and this was the 3rd sign out of 6. And I am making a blanket yarn blanket. Oh, this blanket is so heavy, guys. Whoever gets this, oh, and here's my, this is what I used. I used this color this week because the cowl is basically, Judy shares with us some signs that she's come across over the years with her travels, and then we draw inspiration from the colors or the words, and then we create something. And I've just been making giant granny squares, 20 rounds, using this yarn and my, I think it's my 9mm hook. Where is it? Yes, and my big chunky 9mm hook. Beautiful make. I like to do it at the very end of the night because you don't have to even think about it. So I think we've got another week before we get the next sign. And here it is here, guys. Oh my gosh, this is the biggest thing. So I've joined them as I go. Oh my gosh, this is ginormous. Look, I can't even hold it up, guys. So that's the one that I made this fortnight, and they're all joined together. So I've got 2 more to go. This thing is going to be the size of my queen size bed. So whoever gets this, seriously, it could be a couple that, you know, can sleep under it as well very comfortably. It is going to my Crochet for the Community winter appeal drive this year. So in 2 weeks, in a month, it should be finished, which is awesome. So let me just throw it over there because it is very, very heavy, guys. And it is very, very hot in here, let me tell you. Look at me, I'm all over the place. Now, I picked up one of my whips. So I think we called it the Poppet Whip. And some of you might remember this beautiful yarn here. And I had to refer to Yarn of the Month, the playlist, so that I could remember the hook size. Because I couldn't remember that with this yarn, I'm using a 7mm hook. So, you know, it's come very handy that I've had that playlist. Now, this yarn is a little bit special, and I don't know if it's still available. I think it's similar to the Pipsqueak yarn, maybe, that you might be able to get overseas. But I absolutely love this yarn, and I had made, 5 squares, because I can get 5 squares out of each ball and a little bit left over. And I had already made the purple ones, and now I've started with the pink. So let me pop that down. I've got one still connected to the white. So I've got this one here, but I love this pink. How pretty is that, right? And then I've already, so I did 3 and 4. So I'll get 1 more out of this ball here, and then I can get onto, and each one takes me maybe 25 minutes to make. So I can get 2 in an hour. So I'm hoping to have 1, 2, 3, 4, because I've got 2 more colors. 4 5s are 20, And I thought that I might do a row in the middle with white and using maybe some of the leftover color so I can actually maybe do a little border or a center. I'll see how I go, because I think 25 by 25 squares would be nice. If not, it'll be 20 squares in total. So they're the two colors I have to go. So I've got a little bit of time that before I finish it, but I just thought I'd revisit it, because although this yarn is a bit funny to work with when you're working with it, oh my goodness, does that produce very squishy fabric? Absolutely. So I cannot wait to keep adding to that. So I'm glad I picked up one of my whips, because it was a little while before, you know, I'd actually done that, like last month. So let's hope by the end of the month I at least get the pink finish. So, you know, we'll be one color down and 2 to go. So that would be awesome. Now that's it for my makes for the week, but I did do a little bit of shopping, so I'll just show you. I'll just pop my clipboard over there. Spotlight had a huge yarn sale, and I also had a 40% off a full priced item. So I thought, well, you know what, I am not going to miss out. I did go with intention, although everything I bought has a reason for it, so I didn't just shop. But you know, I had to get some blanket yarn, even though I said I wasn't going to. But look at how much I'm using, guys. My stash is lessening, so I can build it up a bit. And I love red, and it's hard to find it sometimes. Well, I love buying it, so I did get a bag of red. So the meal ends were $10 each. And look at this gorgeous color here. Oh my goodness, I wish they had more of this color. Very hard to find. So I did get 2 of those, and then I bought these 2. I got 2 of these. I think this is like retro stripes, maybe, the red heart. I think it's a little bit thinner than my Spot Saver though. Anyway, I haven't opened it, so it's a bit glary, because I'd like to make these, I'd like to make knitted machine beanies out of these. I didn't get a chance to make them this week, but that's what these 2 bags are destined for. So hopefully I'll be able to crank some out on the weekend. We just had a very busy weekend, guys. Now over here, I'm going to move all this here, because I've got a bag of yarn which I purchased, and these are yarns that I always see, but I have never bought them. Some I've seen on sale, some not. But this time I thought, no, I'm just going to get them. So I got 3 of this Motivera Valley 8-ply yarn. It has been around now for at least 6 months. And this one is called Glencoe, the color. So pretty, right? I think it's very, very pretty. And then there's this color here. It's called King. Look at those colors, guys. Oh my goodness, I love those colors. And then I got this one here, and I think this one is called Rainbow. Oh my gosh. So they're all very much like more jewel tones, I think. Is that the color palette? More pastel-y maybe. I just absolutely love them. And then, so my bag, I've got a paper bag here, so there is going to be a bit of noise. So in here, I have been wanting to try the Abbey Road yarn for such a very long time. It is a 100% cotton yarn. Now, these come in balls of 150 grams, by the way, guys. And they're, I think, normally $10, and I got them down for $7 each, which I think is pretty good value. And it is a DK weight yarn or an 8-ply yarn. So they're wonderful. Maybe I should have bought 2 of each. Anyway, I've bought 1 of each now. And then this Abbey Road yarn, I absolutely love this. It is 100% cotton, 100 gram balls. Again, I believe it's an 8-ply, because they both recommend you use a 4mm hook. And this one is called Sunny Boy, but I absolutely think it should be called Neapolitan, like Neapolitan ice cream, even with the blue in it. I still thought of that. It just reminded me of KK and Kristen. They were talking about it the other day, and I absolutely love Neapolitan ice cream. So I got 2 of those. So that's the second one. I got 2 of these, and this one is called Licorice. This side even, oops. There you go, Licorice. So it's got the greys and some whites in there. Absolutely gorgeous. And I did get 2 of those, so I've got the other one in there. I got 2 of this one called Sandboy. Who said blue and green should never be seen? I think they look gorgeous together. And then I did get 2 of this one, Tiny Teddy. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love those colors. I think they'll make great market bags. I've got fluffs up my nose. Great market bags. That's what I'm thinking of, or bottle holders, things like that. And this one is called Fads. I absolutely love this one. Look at that, guys. Oh my goodness. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 of these, and normally I think they're $12, and I got them for $5. Now, they've had these on sale before for $5 as well, and I didn't pick them up. And I keep thinking, I wonder if they're going to discontinue the colors, and that's fine. I'm happy to buy them for $5. I wish I'd maybe bought some more, but I think I did okay. So they were $5 each. And then I got this box of pony beads at 40% off. So I paid about $14. You can never have too many pony beads, I don't think. And these are the nice matte ones. They're not the shiny ones, and I really, really like them as well. And then I just couldn't help myself. This is not from Spotlight. I walked into the reject shop, and these are not on sale. They just had these great chicken print tea towels. So I got 2. Can you see the fluff everywhere, guys? Because I can. So I got 2 of those, and I thought that one was very, very pretty. I thought that would be nice with some coasters, you know, the fruit slice coasters. Anyway, so I got 3 tea towels, just $2 each. I could not resist, guys. So that was it for my acquisitions. I think I did that on the weekend. And then that's it. Anything that is yarn related. I wish I had a little bit more time during the week, but we did have a little bit of a scare yesterday, so let's get on to life. My mum rang me at work at 8:30 in the morning, and she never ever rings me at work. And she had a little bit of a heart episode the night before. This happens frequently. The heart rate goes up and down, but she manages to control it. She does an amazing job. But this time she just felt a little bit sick, a bit of shortness of breath, a little bit dizzy. So she rang me, and we went to the hospital, and I'm very happy to report, thank God, she's home. I always joke, and I was telling my work colleagues today, she said, she says, I'm home in time to watch The Bold and the Beautiful. So that was a real bonus for her. But all jokes aside, we got a terrible scare yesterday. I was with her in the hospital from when I picked her up at about 8:45, and I didn't get her home till about 4. But as I said, thank God she is fine. She's such a fighter, that woman, and she was smiling, and she made so many friends while we were there. It's just crazy. We met people from Wales. We met people that were working in a school that I grew up in when I was like in year 6, Roselle Primary, in actual fact. For anyone that lives in Australia or New South Wales, you probably know it. It was just so funny. What I'm getting at is that her spirits were so high, even though she was in a place where she wasn't feeling 100%. The doctors love her, the nurses, the guy that had her in the Peter, I remember he was pushing her in the wheelchair to get her to the ward because we had to stay in there for a few hours. They were so thorough with all the tests. I always say we're so lucky we live in Australia. Our medical system is amazing. He happens to live in the same suburb that she lives in, and they made friends. They said they'd meet at the local coffee shop. We know that's never going to happen, but if she ever bumps into him, I'm sure they'll have a nice chat. So yeah, that was that. And then at night, we had organised from the week before. We got together with the children. So total balance, right, the whole day. So we had dinner with all of them and their partners, and it was beautiful. And we went to one of our favourite local restaurants, which is also takeaway food. But we've watched this place grow from zero to amazing. And the owner just happens to be a distant cousin of mine, so it's even nicer that we get to support him. And boy, did we eat well. We had some, for anyone that knows what they are, we had local mothers for dessert. I think I might have a photo, and I'll try to pop it in here. Oh my gosh, they're like little donut balls, and they're covered in Nutella. And then another plate, they were covered in honey and walnuts. Oh my gosh, if you've never had them, you really, really should try them. So after having such a stressful day, let me tell you guys, it was such a nice way to end it with the children, and knowing that my mum was home safe in bed. And I rang her this morning, and she was absolutely fine. So thank you for letting me share a little bit of, how my week's been. In actual fact, that was just one day. So, it was pretty intense, but good results in the end. So happy to report that. I hope you've all had a beautiful week and that you're all keeping safe. I know a lot of you are experiencing some crazy weather still. we are finally having the cooler nights and cooler mornings. So that's my favorite, weather. Doesn't matter if it gets warm in the day, but it's absolutely beautiful when you can fall asleep at night without being covered in sweat from the humidity. Shed too much, right? Anyway, like I said, I hope you're all keeping well. I hope you all got some crafting time in, especially crochet. That's my favorite craft of all. And until I see you all very, very soon, guys, take care. Bye-bye for now.